Today I'm going to talk about an easy way to query the programs and features from an operating system using PowerShell. So we're going to start right in here. We're going to get started. We're going to assign a variable here, call it application name, and my system here has Cisco Jabber installed, and we're going to search for it. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to actually start querying the registry. And as you can see here, I just used a get child item, and we're querying the registry, the two locations where the programs and features are stored. Now, the way I have this configured here, this you have to do two, because a 32-bit system stores everything in the HKey local machine software Microsoft Windows current version uninstalled. Well, if you have a 64-bit operating system, it stores the 32 bits in the, or the 64 bits in the one I just mentioned, and then it stores 32 bits in an additional one. The only difference is after HKey local machine software, you'll have WOW 6432 node, and then the rest of the address that I mentioned earlier. So what we did here is we grabbed everything for the 32 and 64-bit and assigned it to the uninstall. Now, one thing you'll notice here is I have a - error action silently continue. That way, if it's run on a 32-bit system, and the first line there, of the uninstall, assigning doing the get child item to the uninstall, would work. The second one won't. So because it's not a 64-bit operating system. If it's not, I'm running this on a 64-bit, so I'm fine here. But the silently continue error action will let it go on through without displaying an error. All right, the next thing we're going to do, once we, now that we've gotten all the items in the add remove programs, we're going to go in here and we're going to query those items that are stored in the uninstall. So, as you can see here, I'm going to write this data to a variable called app information, and we're going to pull all the data stored in uninstall, and then we're going to pipe that over and use a for each object. So what it's going to do is it's going to go through and it's going to get the item properties of each one of the items stored in uninstall, and it's going to look up the .ps path. Now, what does that do? That's basically going to take the HKey local machine software Microsoft Windows current version uninstall and add a backslash, and the PS path is the GUID of the application. So that's all it's going to do. It's going to do the same registry key entry backslash the GUID, and then it's going to pipe that information over, and we're going to say where the object $_ the application or the registry entry we just piped over, the display name is equal to application name, which I assigned earlier, Cisco Jabber. So let's run this. Alright, let's do an app information. We're going to pull it up, and there you go. We just pulled up all the available properties stored in the programs and features section 4 Cisco Jabber. It's that easy. Now, as you can see here, when you look down near the bottom, the display name Cisco Jabber, that matches my application name. Now, you could have, if you wanted, you could do $_display name is like, and put an asterisk on each end of it. You could type in Cisco. I have more than Cisco application installed because we're a Cisco shop here, so it would have pulled up more than just the Cisco Jabber. So now that we've got this, let's say we want to go ahead and let's say we want to pull the install location. Now, there's two ways we could do that. Well, we've already got the information here in app information. We could do app information dot install location, or let's say I don't want to bother that. I just want you to pull pull the install location straight from the item property of this. So to do that, we're going to here and bam. So the only we're going to use the exact same one before, because we're going to save this to a variable called install location. But the difference is a parentheses is in front of the install and a parentheses at the end, and all we're going to do is do dot install location. As you can see, that's one of the fields available there. We're going to go back and pull, we assign it to that variable. We're going to hit enter, and there you go. It matches the install location. Now I want to point one thing out, and I was stuck on this for probably a good 45 minutes trying to figure out what was going on. I use PowerShell Studio. It's an absolute fabulous application. But what the problem was, and I'm going to pull this over here. Well, that's probably not a good idea because I'm only collecting the screenshot here on the camera. But let me point out what happened. So I had PowerShell Studio set up to use version 5 PowerShell and 64-bit. Well, this wasn't working, and the reason it was failing when I was doing the app information variable here. And the reason it was failing was this has to run on a 32-bit PowerShell. It can't run in 64-bit because you're pulling 32-bit information. So that was a gotcha. I was stuck on it for about 45 minutes. I was getting ready to post on the PowerShell group on Facebook, and it finally dawned on me. I changed it over to 32-bit, and voila, it worked perfect. So I wanted to point that out when you're doing this. Well, I hope this helps. Hope this gives you an idea how to do basically a one-liner call from the programs and features using PowerShell to pull information directly into a variable and make your life a whole lot easier. Instead of having to do it like I used to do when I was first getting started into PowerShell scripting, where I was using a for each statement and it was going through all of the programs and features registry entries until it found the right one that I was looking for. This makes it a whole lot easier being able to pipe this and find the data that you're looking for. Well, I really hope this helped, and you have a great day.